Is that a Reader's Digest?
Yep.
They still publish that?
Well, you're looking at me reading it, aren't you?
No, I'm just saying they're older. You know, like National Geographic.
Reader's Digest might be older.
Actually, it's not. The first issue was on sale the other day. I saw it on the news.
First issue of what?
National Geographic. It was from 1905, and they were selling that thing for $200.
A waste.
Why would you say that?
Well, you buy it, you have it. How do you store it? Can you leave it out in glass or somewhere else? One of the grandkids comes over, the cat pees on it. Expensive paperweight.
You're right. I'm glad they're still around, though. And Reader's Digest.
I like them because they're always timely, though.
Timely?
Yeah, what they put in here is relevant to what's going on in these days.
But have they ever been political, though? I mean, they've never been particularly political.
I don't mean political timely. I mean just aware of what's happening in today's world with normal people.
Normal people.
Yeah, like there's an article here today about how the internet tracks you.
Oh my gosh. You are so right. Google, too. They do that.
Like last week, I didn't post anything about microwavable glass cookware.
Yeah, but we talked about it.
I know, but I didn't post it to Facebook.
No, I know, but we talked about it over the phone. So what are you talking about?
I'm saying that they track that stuff. I saw an ad on my Facebook page about glass cookware like the next day.
But we talked about that over the phone.
They do it through the phone too.
What? How would they? Well, now you're just being paranoid.
You agreed with me about the tracking.
Yeah, but over the phone? Come on.
Telling you they track that stuff over the phone, probably through Siri or Alexa. I mean, they overhear you through those very devices, and it sends information to live people who track you.
Who?
Mm-hmm. Siri, Alexa.
You mean that Siri and Alexa are real people listening to you talk through those boxes? I mean, I thought they were just there to be asked silly questions. How are they able to work all that at once?
No, Siri and Alexa are product names. They have other real people who track you.
Track what?
They monitor and track what you say. I mean, besides the silly questions. I read about it, probably in Reader's Digest. I mean, these boxes are always on, which means they don't just hear the silly questions, they hear other stuff, what you do during the day.
Well, well, that's an invasion of privacy.
Hence the tracking. You sound like you're 100.
What's that supposed to mean?
You sound old. You know what Siri and Alexa are,
Yeah?
but you talk about it like there's some alien technology.
Well, I'd rather sound old than paranoid.
You have probably a little bit of that in you, too.
Well, hey, I'm not the one scared of a digital ad for microwavable glassware.
I'm not scared of it.
You're the one said they were tracking you.
Pointing out you're the one that turned it into a thing. You started it.
I'm going to blame Reader's Digest.
Why? It's not their fault.
Yes, it is. If you hadn't mentioned that article, they need to be less timely, be old, like us.
You speak for yourself.
Hey, hello.
Hi. Are you here for orientation?
I sure am.
Congratulations. Which position did you get?
The museum shop. Hopefully back office. You?
Registrar's office.
Did you get the part-time or the full-time position in the registrar's office?
Oh, full time. But I would have taken the part time. I never thought I'd get this old and need to supplement my savings.
Or look for a full-time job? Aren't these supposed to be our golden years?
I think it's twilight.
That doesn't sound right. Wouldn't it be the same as wedding anniversaries?
I don't think so. It's not objects, it's years. Ugh, I'm not sure. I stopped counting anniversaries during the second marriage. That's 14 years I'd like to forget.
Ugh, that bad? Did you at least celebrate holidays?
No. He was emotionally checked out about 3 months in. Birthdays, holidays, he just didn't seem to care. That's what I get for ignoring my mother's advice on that one. She said 3 weeks wasn't enough time to break in a new oven, let alone meet and marry someone.
And they're both huge commitments.
Yeah.
But that was my first marriage. I was all, why wait? I said, we love each other now. I was so stupid. Thank goodness for the second one. He's a godsend.
The joy of emotional growth and wisdom.
Maybe. I don't know about you, but personally, I think 2:30 in the afternoon is a weird time for orientation.
Yours is 2:30. Mine is 3:15.
Wow, you're really early.
Well, I can't stand being late. I wonder why we aren't going in at the same time. Maybe they got different people giving different orientations. So what? How did you hear about the position?
Mm. My friend works at the library, and she said they were hiring more people because they've been so busy. How about you?
I'm working a temp position at a college right now.
Wow.
One of the deans of admission mentioned it. I was a curator for 10 years.
Huh, that seems different. You don't look like a curator. I mean, you don't have a curator look, I suppose.
What's a curator look?
You know what? Forget it. I didn't mean anything by it. It's just,
Well, now you have me curious as to what a curator looks like.
oh, I don't know really. Curmudgeonly, stuffy. I don't know. Tweed wearing.
A man, probably white.
What?
You wanted to say that a curator would look white and male, didn't
No,
you?
I didn't.
I think maybe you did.
I think maybe you're putting words in my mouth.
Putting words in your mouth or calling you out.
What's to be called? Why do people always got to make things about race?
What was that?
People always have to push everything to be about race. People just can't let a conversation be a conversation.
And by people, you mean?
By people, I mean people like you who feel it's their duty to correct the populace. Everything has a look, everything has a way. I wasn't making any kind of crack.
When I was 10, my parents decided to move from Boston, Massachusetts to Florence, South Carolina. I had to attend an all black school.
So,
So I had to attend a black school, not because it was the closest, not because it was the only school, not because my parents chose it. I had to attend an all black school because the closest white school 4 miles away, compared to the black schools 20 miles away, was segregated.
segregated. What year was that?
1965.
That's not possible. Desegregation happened in what, 1955?
Most schools didn't comply with that law.
It was the law.
Oh, trust me, there were a lot of people not letting the law get in the way of being racist. Anyway, we moved again in, let's see, 1975 when my little brother was born. And my father was transferred, yeah. And the schools were still segregated by the time we left.
Well, I'm sorry you had to deal with stupid racist people, but that has nothing to do with me.
The point is that it's always been about, and will always be about race in this country.
Yeah, if you keep talking about it. You can speak for yourself, but you don't speak for me. I don't care about race. I see people. I'm colorblind. What?
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 You know that's not true. You aren't blind. You just said a curator has a look, which means you have an opinion about looks, good, bad, or ugly. How is color any different?
Look, it's your choice to refuse to understand me. But when I walked in here, all I saw was another woman, older, my age, not some kid. And I was delighted because that's hope for my own future. Higher prospects of working with someone mature, responsible. I didn't see that you were, you know.
You can't even say it. Black. Listen, by saying you don't see my color, you make me invisible.
Because I don't see color? Because I see human beings.
No, because when you say my color doesn't matter, you negate the primary thing about me, the most obvious thing.
So all you see is black? That's what you're saying? That's negative.
Okay, really?
If all you see is your blackness and my whiteness, how in the world can we come to a happy norm?
Look, it doesn't mean I can't see anything else. But maybe you can consider that it means that you can't see it at all?
That's not true.
You seem like a nice person. Okay, I knew I'd like you the moment you came in.
I like you too. Why can't that be all we need to know?
Because my history doesn't allow me to kick back and not notice commentary like, you don't look like a curator, without assigning history to it.
Well, now, that's not my fault. I said I didn't mean anything by that. I mean,
It's not your fault, but you inherited it. My history has shown me that you're saying such a thing means that you subconsciously don't see people as just humans. You categorize them. I mean, we all do. You say you don't, but you can't have it both ways. And I wasn't so much correcting as calling attention.
inherited. So I'm responsible for the bullshit my ancestors did, the impression they made on your ancestors. When does it stop?
It doesn't. It's the legacy of this country. We all need to deal with it. Congratulations.
Look, we may or may not see each other after this. It's a big place, but I don't want to just leave this here. Can you forgive that I wasn't thinking when I said what I said?
We all do it. I mean, I've done it, judged and prejudged. So, yes, I can forgive. And I apologize for pouncing on you. It wasn't fair.
Hey, I was thoughtless about your feelings. Never too old to learn. Can we start over?
We don't need to. It's all good.
My name is Lee, by the way. What's yours?
Elizabeth. My friends call me Bet.
Nice to meet you, Bet.
Glad to meet you, Lee.
Hey, have you had any time to scope out restaurants in the area yet?
I sure did. By the time we get out of here, I'm thinking it'll be dinner time.
Hey, that sounds like an invite.
'Cause it is.
Well, I got nothing going on after I leave here today. Say, that new fish market could be pricey, but I heard the service is great.
So, is that a go?
It's a go.